wrote and wrote. My hands like this were pressed. But if you get below 40 in any one of them, you are repeating pathology. If you had seen my ChatGPT history that morning, you would think I saw the questions. You would think I saw the questions that they were supposed to ask. You are not meant to get below 40, but you are meant to have 50 in total. God is so good. That's all I have to say. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mirabel Ome Kenneth. I am a 500 level medical student here at Babcock University, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my testimony on how I passed my pathology and my pharmacology exams, and I'll also be giving you tips on how to pass your pathology and pharmacology exams. If you want to hear more, let's get right into this video. Alright, I'll start first with my testimony. So I did my pathology and my pharmacology exams last year. By this time last year, I was already like done with it. And also my testimony starts like this. So pathology and pharmacology started, I don't remember the year, but I started my pathology and my pharmacology on 1 year. And we started with our first posting. Our first posting, I wasn't really getting everything because I didn't get enough break from my anatomy years to pathology and pharmacology. I only had like 5 days break in between, and then I just started Path and Pharm, which was so like overwhelming for me. I was still trying to process the thought and everything. So what they were teaching in class, I wasn't really getting everything because I'm someone that when something is new, I take my time to actually digest it and understand it. All right, so there came, we wrote the end of posting for that exam. I passed. Okay, pathology comprises of 4, which is chem part, hematology, histopathology, and microbiology. So I passed 3 and failed 1, which was histopathology. And when I mean passed, I passed, like I got up to an average score. I didn't get up to 70, but like I got up to an average score for all of them except histopathology. But it's not like I failed it like in a very disastrous way. Like it was all this 48, 49 over 50 kind of score that I had for histo part. Then for pharmacology, I actually passed that one. So that was just for it. Then for the second posting, the second end of posting, we wrote it immediately after Christmas break. And everyone knows that reading during Christmas break is very, very hard. When I mean very, very hard, it's not easy to be on holiday and be reading for an exam. So when I came back, after like 2 weeks, I did 1 week, we sat for the exam, and that particular exam was like a mock for our MB. So it was everything from first posting to second posting that we were writing, and we practically wrote everything we were supposed to write in the MB. Like it's a mock, so it's like everything you would do in your MB, that's what you actually write in that exam. All right, so that was what so that exam I passed everything, but I barely passed. Should I use that word? Should I use a jump and pass? That was what I had for almost everything. I passed all the 5 of it, 4 of pathology and 1 for pharmacology. I passed all of them, but like it was like a jump and pass kind of thing and all, because I wasn't fully ready for the exam. So after that exam, I thank God at least I passed. Passing, you first pass first before you start thinking of having a distinction, right? So I thank God for everything, that I was able to pass my exams. And yeah, in my school, you get a CA of 30, of over 30 from your 2 end of postings plus your attendance, and then you have 70 marks to fight for your MB. So out of 30, I made up to above average for all the 5 of the courses, for chem part, for histo part, for hematology, for microbiology, and for pharmacology. I just know that I had above the average scores. For its average is 15 over 30, sorry. So I had above 15 for all of them. I'm not saying I had 15, I had above 15 for all of them. All right. So for my friends that had already gone past this exam, I asked them and they said if you have above the average, that you should not be scared, you will most likely pass the exam. So when we sat for the exam, we had 3 weeks to prepare for the exam. So that 3 weeks, I basically studied all throughout. Like 3 weeks, it was like 3 weeks of my whole life of studying. There was no time for any other thing. I would sit, like how I did it was, I was wake up before 9 a.m. because we weren't having classes. I wake up before 9 a.m. I'll have my bath, go to my friend that is so kind. Thank you very much, Itoro. She gave me her room, which was a single room. When she would go for postings, I'll stay in her room and I will read from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. in the night, in the midnight. So that was what I was doing every day, 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. every single day, no breaks in between. I was reading non-stop. I tried to divide it. I would read some part of pathology, I'll read some part of pathology in the first 3 days, read some part of pathology for the next 3 days, and then read pharmacology for a whole week. That was how I was doing it and all. And by God's grace, it went well. I had a little session of study group for, especially for pharmacology at that time, but I still like prioritized my alone time for studying and all. And by God's grace, the time for the MD came. Trust me that there's this whole pressure during MB not to sleep before the exam. All right, so the whole pressure was there because when you look at this corner, you see your friends reading, you look at that corner, you see your classmates reading. Like, it was a whole jumbo rumble and all. So there were times where I actually fell asleep. I could not just stay up all night. Like, I actually fell asleep. And okay, we started first with hematology and chemical pathology. Chemical pathology was, I think, out of the whole four pathologies, histopath and chemical pathology were the only courses that I actually finished everything. For hematology, I didn't finish. I didn't finish for hematology. I didn't finish for micro, but I finished everything in the curriculum for chemical pathology and histopathology. And those two pathology courses, I did like those were my, should I say, my anchor. Those were like the foundation of my pathologies. Like, I made sure I grounded in them so I'll be able to, like, at least, because in my school you have to pass the four pathologies, but if you pass, like, you have to get above 40 in the whole pathology, because pathology will still be added together and will give you 50 for your, like, for like the end of the course. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, let me just explain from the beginning. So for pathology, the scoring system here is that you are not meant to get below 40, but you are meant to have 50 in total when they put everything together. So you can get like 60 in chem parts, get like 60 in hematology, maybe microbiology you now have like 48 or 46, and then maybe one other one you had like 50 something. By the time they add all those four together, you would pass pathology. But if you get below 40 in any one of them, you are repeating pathology. Like, even if you got 60 something in one of it, you are repeating automatically, but you are meant to get above 40, above 50 generally for it. So for that, I made sure I grounded myself in two that I was sure of very well and try my best to, like, still do well in other parts. That was what I basically did for pathology, and yeah, that helped out. On the first day of hematology and pathology, God was really a good factor for me because I felt like God was there with me. For my exams, there was this whole, like, God giving me topics of what I really needed to know before the exams. Like for hematology now, the morning before the exam, God told me to read megaloblastic anemia, but I only read iron deficiency anemia. I read other anemias except megaloblastic anemia, and God was telling me to read it. When I tried to go back to the slide, it wasn't working for me. Like, I wasn't even getting anything from the slide. And lo and behold, when we wrote the exam, when I saw the question, it was a case study. When I saw the case study, this thing was telling me that this was megaloblastic anemia, but because I didn't read it, I didn't even know how to answer the questions beneath, maybe like on that section. So I basically just wrote the one I knew, and when I came out, it was actually megaloblastic anemia, like, which kind of brought me down and everything. And then while everything, after I prayed and because that I already wrote chem part was good. It's just that hematology wasn't so good. I wrote histopath was very good for me. I wrote, like, God is so good. That's all I have to say. Like, I wrote my whole heart down for histopathology. Like, I thank God for everything. But for microbiology, there and there, I was there. God actually helped me because microbiology gave us a lot of case studies, and it took God to just decipher which one it is truly. Like, there was a hepatitis question. You don't even know whether it's hepatitis A, B, C, D, or E. And God just directed me. I wrote the right one. I just feel like God was there for me in general. So being prayerful is very, very important. My major problem in the pathology session was hematology. But I thank God in general that I passed everything in pathology. Then pharmacology, come down to pharmacology. I slept the night before the exam. I did not study anything. I just slept off. And then when I woke up in the morning by like 5 a.m., I was like, God, what do I do? God, what do I do? I now I took a paper and like wrote down like topics that I needed to study that morning before I go for that exam. And you guys, I was thinking, how on earth was I going to be able to study all this before exam? And that's how God just directed me to AI. I used ChatGPT. I was just putting the topics there. ChatGPT summarized every single thing for me, and I learned everything. And you guys, if you had seen my ChatGPT history that morning, you would think I saw the questions. You would think I saw the questions that they were supposed to ask me for my pharmacology exam. Thank you, Jesus. I went to the exam hall, and every single thing I revised that morning came out, and I wrote. When I mean I wrote, I was part of the last set of people to even submit that day. I wrote and wrote. My hands like this were pressed together because pharmacology, their theory carried the highest mark. And then that passed. Now come to my orals. On the day of my orals, all I had to say is God was there with me. God was in every external invigilator, everybody that was there to ask me, like to interview me on the day of my viva. God really walked through them. I was supposed to get to my HOD's office for pharmacology, and just right before then, they came and took me to the external invigilator side. And then I was so scared, I was fidgeting, I didn't know what to get from him and all, because he's an external invigilator. I know. And when I went there, the man was asking me so many weird questions that I've never heard in my life. I was so scared, like, but thank God he asked me something that I finally knew, and I actually answered him very well. It's not like I didn't answer the ones that he gave me. Like these are like they didn't have like a particular topic. He went so wide and when I don't know whether to put it as when they see that you are almost close to a distinction, they want to ask you questions that will make you not maybe meet the distinction, and ask you questions that will maybe, if you answer it well, you will not meet the distinction. You people, I flopped for that part. I did not answer the questions well, so obviously I didn't make a distinction, but I was very close to a distinction. I still thank God for that. I thank God with all my heart for that, because for me, I believe you first pass before you even start taking of a distinction. Because from where I was coming from, I wasn't even so ready for my end of postings were not really so. It was okay. Like God still helped me, and even if it was close to a distinction, even if I didn't get the distinction, I'm still very grateful to God that God even gave me the opportunity to even meeting a distinction. So after that pharmacology, then it was now time for my pathology viva. So for the pathology viva, there were like 4 stations, and we are going to go through that 4 station in one sitting. So I started from hematology. I answered well. The man was like, "You are doing so well. Are you sure you're not a distinction student?" I entered microbiology. You people, at this hematology, there was a pause for thinking. When I was in microbiology, that I told you guys that I did not even have, I didn't finish studying microbiology. You guys, I left nothing untouched. Like every single question my lecturer asked me for microbiology, like to the extent that my lecturer started going to details, like asking me questions of, give me examples of aminoglycoside. Like he was going to classification of drugs and now making me give him specific. You guys, I was answering every single thing. Tell me that cannot be God. Because I did not finish reading microbiology, but I was answering every single thing. I finished microbiology. I went to histopath. I was answering my lecturer. My lecturer even was like, he was already tired. He was like, let me check. Nisha checked my breakdown. He was like, you have done well. And then I just sat through to wait for the bell to ring for me to go to Kempath. You guys, Kempath came. I gave this woman, it was an external vigilator. I answered every single thing she asked me. She asked me that same question. Are you sure you are not a distinction student? Like, because me, when she was even saying that, oh, are you sure you're not a distinction student? In my mind, I was like, I'm just a student trying to pass over here, and you're asking me if I'm a distinction student. But I was like, if God can do this for me, that means God is so good, honestly. Even if I didn't get a distinction, I think I am worthy to give advice to you if you want to have a distinction, because I was almost close to a distinction. I didn't fail. I made sure to, even because I barely passed my second end of posting, I prayed to God. I told God, God, please give me above 16. I wasn't even asking for a distinction. I just told God, God, please give me above 60 for these exams and all. And God gave me that. That's all I have to say. God gave me that, and I'm so grateful to God for that. So that's my testimony. Put God first, study hard. God is going to help you. Now, for my tips, I'm going to be brief with it and very straightforward. I already wrote them down. Number one is start studying early. I think this is something I did not do, and if I had done it, I would have made a distinction because I was close to it. So start studying early. Studying early will make your studying late become sweeter and easier. Like you would know more, like there will be room for you to know more than you would have known if you were reading late. Do you get what I mean? So start studying early. It is very helpful. It will help you that even when you are studying what you did not understand when you are studying late, it will even be entering much more better for you. So study early. This is very important. So if you're a pathology and pharmacology student, you are just starting, start studying. If you are maybe already halfway, start studying. Honestly, this is very important. So that's number one tip. Number two tip is try and read every day. This one, I got it from asking people that had a distinction. They said they read every single day, even the day, because my pathology and my pharmacology days were so tiring. We had classes almost up to 7 p.m. And most times, when we had those classes up to 7 p.m., I was always so tired and so like I broke down most of the times. So I didn't have strength to like study every day. But these guys that had distinction, after asking them how they did it, they actually said they studied every day. So studying every day will be very important for you. Like you should make it your top priority, even if it means studying one very short slide on the days that you are very tired. Do that, it will help you. Sometimes your lecturers even want to set that very simple thing for you just to pass. Honestly, I think I've started learning that. Yeah, so start studying early and also study every day. This would help you in the long run. Then number three tip is study group. Study group is so essential for pathology and pharmacology, especially pharmacology. I would say that for the drugs to have sat in my head, for the mechanisms of actions, the contraindication, the indication, and the side effects to have entered my head, it was through study group. Study group, I think I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to all my study group members.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tolu, Pastor B, Mrs. Kings, you guys really helped me a lot. For those drugs to have entered my head, it was through study groups because we came up with ways to make the drugs easier for us to remember. We like placed them in alphabetical order. Sometimes we gave it an acronym. And let's say drug classification of drug for hypertension now is A B C D. Yeah, it's A B C D. So how we did it was A Q B C D. That is three of A. That is, there are three classifications that starts with A. There's one with B. There's one with C. There's one with D. So stuff like that, like study group really helps. So I advise that if you can find a study group, especially if they are not your friends, because it's actually hard to study with your friends because of distractions. There's this easy will to just say, oh, we are tired, let's rest, or you will just start laughing. You may not take yourself seriously. But with study group, all the people that were in my study group, they were very strict people. They were people that actually like study. So finding a good study group will also work for you. Then number four is be prayerful and pray for strength. Be very prayerful. Pathology, in fact, all your medical school years, you need God. Be very prayerful. Pray, ask God for direction. Pray to God for wisdom, knowledge, understanding. These things are very key. Pray to God for strength. Pray to God for perseverance. Pray to God for everything you need for your exams. I would say that God was really a very big factor, especially in my MBA exams. God was there. So prayer is very important. Then engage in your class. When I mean engage in your class is listen while your lecturer is teaching. They may give tips on, maybe they can even give you the exam question there. You may not know. I would say for chemical pathology, what helped me the most was that I always listened in class, and I always took notes for what the lecturer says. Oh, this can come out in your exam, and see what they say can come out, can will come out. It's not even only can. And truly, all the things I jotted down that my lecturer said can come out actually came out in the exams. So listening in class is very important. Following through, asking questions. I'm not someone that asks questions in class. If I don't understand it, I may just quickly Google it because I don't know. I just feel like people are tired, and I mean, we all want to leave this place. We've been sitting here since morning, learning and learning and learning. So to make everything just easier, I just check Google. The only ones that maybe I would actually want to ask the lecturer is maybe I've seen what is on Google and is not tallying with what the lecturer just taught. Definitely, then I will now like ask. But like engaging in class is very important. Listening in class is very, very important. Trust me, listen to your teachers, all right? If you are late, like if you've not started studying early, like me, I did not start studying early. So the things I actually did that helped me pass was number one, there are faster means to studying. Studying smart in this place is very like key. Like you have to study smart. This is not the time for you to come and be carrying textbooks. Textbooks might start confusing you. You may even start getting information that you really do not need at that point. What you need now is like the master point for you to pass your exam. So I looked for faster means to help me speed up my study process, which was number one, AI. I cannot. AI is here. Like, don't let those people that tell you, oh, using AI, please, those are the people that are still, they are archaic people. They are still behind. Please, we are in the present, and technology has started making things easier for us. So use it. You have ChatGPT, you have Meta AI, use any one. These things will break it down for you, bring out the things that you really, really need to know, makes things easier for you. Medical school is already hard enough. Things to make it soft is what you're supposed to be looking for, not killing yourself. Use AI if you need to use it. I'm very, very key on this. Use AI. AI helped me for my pharmacology exam. How would I have studied slides that early morning and still have made it in my exam? AI made everything simple. Like I studied for 10, I literally studied 10 topics with AI that morning. Please use AI. Use AI. Textbooks are there. Buy your textbooks. Use it. Use your AI. Thank you very much. Number two, YouTube. This platform is the platform I'm using to advise you. This same platform can be used to teach you what you really need to know. YouTube makes everything sweet. The lecturers on YouTube are really doing well. I'm not even joking with you. I have on my YouTube channel, I think I'll put links of YouTube channels that helped me for each pathology and each pharmacology. For pharmacology, I can remember speed pharmacology. Speed pharmacology helped me so, so well. Medicosis helped me so well in hematology. Um, I've forgotten this one. But I will shall put everything there that helped me for micro, for hematology. The ones that the part of pathology that you not really find on YouTube is chemical pathology. And I think my lecturers did justice for chemical pathology that I would even want to use AI or even what they call this thing, YouTube for it. So I actually studied my lecture slides and used textbooks for chemical pathology. So use YouTube. YouTube helps a lot. Listen to them, follow through with them. The lecturers on YouTube actually put highlights the main points of what you need to know. You see that pathophysiology that they taught you in class that you don't understand. A YouTube lecturer, Ninja Nerd, will teach you that pathophysiology that they were wrapping in class or the lecturer was going through in class, and you understand it even better than what they were, even better than someone that was even following in class. I'm not even joking with you. The pathophysiology, like most of the pathophysiology of what I really know, I learned them from YouTube. So YouTube is very important. I won't overemphasize this. He that have ears, let them hear. That's all I have to say. There, your lecture notes is very important. Going back to your lecture notes is actually very important because from your lecture notes you can actually see what maybe your lecturer says is important for you to know before the exam. So going back to your lecture notes is very, very important. That also helped me when I was trying to like study beforehand. Also, and read without ceasing. You know how the Bible says pray without ceasing? Read without ceasing if you really want to have a distinction. But if you want to pass, you can cease a little bit. See, I'm never someone that will want to pressure somebody. I'm not the people that just come on YouTube and now kill people that you should kill yourself because you want to. See, if you want to have distinction, read, read, read. Me, distinction is sweet though. You can I believe everybody can have distinction. I believe everybody can do it. It's just that most times if you look at people that have distinction and you look at people that don't have, you see there's the difference you mostly see is in the study pattern and all. So I feel you should look for what works for you and work with it. If you know you are not, like, I feel like also smartness also has its own level. If you know what you are capable of, work with it. Smartness also increases with time. The more you study, the more you also know. If you are someone that doesn't really know much already and you're just trying to pass, please, my dear, try to pass. If you are someone that already knows everything and maybe you want to actually get it. There are some people they see there are different people in medical school, the ones that want to pass and the ones that want to have a distinction, because you will still see the same when result wants to come out. You see those two set of people crying. That set of people that is crying that they want to pass, they are crying that God please help me pass 50. Then that set of people that are crying that you know that these people would have passed, trust me, the reason for their tears is if they will have a distinction. Honestly, you guys, while I was filming, my phone died. So just to conclude this video, I was trying to say that you would still be a great doctor. Just try your best, give it all to God, and God is going to help you. Good luck with your exams and good luck with pathology and pharmacology. Yeah, you would scale through this. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to share this with your classmates who are also studying Path and Pharm with you. I'm sure this will also be a break of hope for them. And yeah, bye.